6 months have went by and we finally got all of our interior upholstery ready to go in front of us. We got that from PUI, and we're going to change up the armrest, we're going to change up the rear door cards and the front door cards. So let's go ahead and get to it. So since 6 months went by, we're currently in my basement because it's mid-December and it is cold outside. So working on upholstery and stuff isn't that much fun in the cold, especially when you need it to stretch and stuff like that. So it's a normal temperature inside my basement, so it'd be a lot better working environment to actually be in. So what we're going to be working on today is we're going to be changing out the upholstery on things like this armrest. We also have these rear door cards. So these rear door cards are fully assembled door cards that came off the car, but they didn't offer the fully assembled door cards when I bought them from PUI. So they come in like this, and you have to reuse your metal frame and everything like that, similar to like how the armrests are. So like a metal frame underneath the armrest, you just kind of tear off the upholstery, and then you upholster it with the new stuff, the black stuff that I ordered. And then we have the full door cards. These are fully assembled. I'll show you those in a little bit, but these are fully assembled. They look great. They should just be as simple as put them on, drop them down, and they are good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and start off by working on these armrests. This would be a nice first thing to start with to get me back into the mode of doing the upholstery. So let's go ahead and start working on this armrest and see what we have to do. All right, so this is our rear armrest here. So you see here it has an ashtray, has like a stitched seam right here that goes across that makes the transition up. And then on the back side, it is pretty much made of metal. So this is a metal stamping original to the car. And what we need to do is we need to pretty much pull off the old material here. I think it's just probably glued on, so it should be pretty easy to take off this old material. At most there might be a stapler or two, but it'd be probably rare. But I think if we can just peel this off, we might have a good undercoating to actually adhere some new adhesive to. So this is the adhesive I'm going to be using, this automotive yellow super trim adhesive. Works great. It's kind of that was recommended. So I think what we're going to do is start peeling this back, see if we can get down to this metal frame and see what we're working with. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Now that we have the vinyl completely off of there, you can see that there is this padding here that's still really good. Actually, I think I'm going to reuse this. And the rear seats must not have been used too much because this insulation is still very good here. So I'm going to go ahead and reuse this because I actually don't have any either. So this will work out really well. This feels good still. It doesn't smell or anything like that, so that's good. So no mice, there must not have been no mice in here or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and start taking out the new piece, and we're going to start fitting it, and then hopefully we can start spraying some glue and actually get this all put on here. So let's go ahead and open up the piece and see what we're working with. All right, so this is the new pieces here. So the part number on mine, this is a 68 through 72 black coupe A body. So this is 68AR10C. So you can get these from PUI. Hopefully they don't take as long as mine did, but this is where I got mine, and let's go ahead and open these up. I think this is actually this side. So this is the correct side that we're working with. Have a slight crease in it from shipping probably, so I might put that underneath my heater real quick to see if I can get that to come out, but that's the only thing I'm seeing that's bad on it. Obviously they are trimmed to fit, so we'll have to do a little bit of trimming here and there to actually make them all fit as they should. But otherwise than that, the vinyl looks really good and everything like that. So let's go ahead and see if we can get these installed. Alright, so I went ahead and put that underneath the heater for a minute. It got a lot of it out, but I'm hoping that when we actually stretch this a little bit, that it's going to get the rest of it out. If not, I'll apply a little more heat to it after and see if we can stretch it out a little bit more. But first thing I want to do is flip it over. Get all this crap off here. Flip that over. Now we're on the back side here. And essentially what we want to do is we want to tuck this in here real tight and find out where we want to actually glue on the metal here. So there's already some glue on here. That's going to be real hard to get off, so we'll probably hopefully have to make sure we'll probably have to hope that it will stick to this just fine, but it shouldn't be no issue. And then kind of just take away any loose like insulation if you're reusing it at all. So what we're going to do now is take the glue and go ahead and start spraying all the way around here, because we need to let it set up for at least 10 minutes here. 10 minutes to set time, and then we also need to then glue the actual fabric all the way around too. So let's go ahead and get the glue out. So they recommend, again, this is the number 80 glue used for automotive, so 3M. So let's use this stuff. Should have it at room temperature and shake it up real well. So we'll go and do that now. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes now, so we can go ahead and take our metal shell and we'll go ahead and slide it in here. Try to line that seam up perfectly and then start stretching it over on both sides and everything like that. We'll have to cut this piece out. That's the reason I sprayed a little bit in here. Hopefully I didn't go too far over, but I think it's going to be good. And yeah, let's go ahead and start shoving that in there. Alright, so that took about 10 minutes to do. Everything's looking really good. I might just need to fix that up a little bit right here. Actually, a little bit of heat might work on it, but I'm going to see if I can fix that up a little bit. Might just need to rearrange where things go, or cut off a little bit of material to make it not so bunched up. But the edge is looking really good. Follows the line really well. Got enough padding up top here where that looks good. So I'm really liking that. Like I said, the heat, the sun, everything like that will help it a lot. But I really like the way it looks now. And I might cut out the spot for the ashtray. I think I kind of like that look. It's more classic. I know obviously not many people smoke anymore, or at least not in their cars, but I think I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to fix this real quick, apply some heat, and we'll see what it looks like after. Alright, so I'm satisfied with this for now. I haven't fixed this yet, waiting for the glue to dry, or to tack up, but I can probably go ahead and cut the ashtray out. So I am going to add the ashtray back. So I'm just going to cut a big square slit in here and then cross it and then fold it in so that way I can put the ashtray in. I'm just going to set it in for now because it's obviously very dirty and I want to clean it up. So I'm going to do that later. So I'm just going to set it in and just kind of bend over a couple tabs slightly so that way it's just held in there, so that way it will complete the look, but I will clean this, I promise. Right, there we go. One side is complete. I am happy with these results. I'm not no professional, but this is looking pretty good to me. Like I said, I will clean this up, and I know over the summer and stuff like that, the car is going to heat up a lot. A lot of these little wrinkles and stuff are going to straighten out. Hopefully it doesn't sag or anything like that. Hopefully I got a good stretch on it. It's about 70 degrees in here, so and I did try to heat this up beforehand, so hopefully it doesn't go bad, but this is looking pretty good right now. We'll have to do an update on this in the summer, or you might have to comment down in the comments below, ask me how it's doing still, so that way I can give you an update. But I'm really liking it. It looks really good, and I just need to go ahead and complete the other one. I'll probably do that one off camera and show you what it looks like. All right, so next up is one of these rear door cards. So or rear coupe cards that sit next to the like armrest and by the seat. It's where the window crank is for the rear. One thing that these unassembled door panels does not have is this weather stripping line with the chrome. I did notice that it is stapled on underneath here. So this is very brittle felt, and I know this is really hard to find. I've seen on forums and Facebook groups of people asking where to get this stuff. So I'm going to be very careful with it if I want to try to reuse it. So I might try to take out these staples from the backside here all the way throughout. I think there's not that many, maybe about 5 or 6 of them. So I'm going to try to be real careful with it, take them out because the vinyl does come in behind it. So we'll go ahead and try to do that. Otherwise than that, the rest of it seems pretty simple. It's all just glued on similar to the other one. With a metal plate, and then I know on the front side there's also like a board or a wood, like kind of a harder piece of board that creates the design or helps create the design for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a screwdriver, try to get these staples out right here. I'll try to show you what I'm talking about real quick. So here's a close-up. You can see that staple right there. So we gotta try to get these staples out without ruining this felt. So that's what I'm going to do first. Let's see if we can go ahead and get started on this. Well, that's a giant pain to do, but the way I did it was actually pretty successful. It saved the molding, saved the felt, even saved the staples, which is weird. So I think I'm just gonna put new staples in it or do some type of other thing on it. But if I wanted to, I could actually probably shove those back in the hole and even fold them back over again for now. But we'll go ahead and keep tearing off the vinyl on that. But this was salvaged pretty well just with some small picks and a screwdriver. So let's go ahead and keep tearing off that. There we go. Got the old one off. Actually, a really good shape. So I could actually probably even there's a couple rips in it on like the top high seams here, but it actually looks pretty good though. So we're gonna throw that off. Probably save it. I don't know why, but probably will. All right, so these are our new ones. This is part number 70CD102C. These are the coupe back panels, and then they are for the 70 Cutlass S. So these match exactly perfect with what I just took off. So these are going to be great here, and comes with everything. These are not the complete assembled door panel. If it was, it would have all that too. But these are the unassembled back panels. So let's go ahead and take out the one we need here and line it up. See what we're looking like. All right, so this is our new door panel. Everything looking good on here. Has this nice backer board here. I wonder if this is peel tape. No, it's just a backer board, similar to this stuff right here. And then up top here we have the backer that we need to take off here. This is just a green felt. It already has the felt on it, so we're just going to clean off the rest of that, and then hopefully line everything up and see how it looks here. But I don't know if I'm supposed to take this off of here. I don't think so. I think we're going to leave that on there. Well, it has this hole right here for it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see what it's for, but I can see that on the back side here, this is supposed to fold over accordingly. That's the reason I have this perforation here. Same thing on the back side over here. It also has a perforation. So let's take a look at this guy here. So this seems to be on here with some sort of like staple, or not really quite sure. Oh, they're like dimple pressed on there to this board. Let's take a look here again. So this does have the ability of going back behind there, but I don't know how I'm going to attach it to that. I might just see about just overlaying on top of it. Man, I just got a whole bunch of rust on there. But I might just see about overlaying on top of it, see how it turns out and looks. I might just do that if it looks just as clean and everything like that. It might just have a doubled up layer though of this plywood type stuff. But let's go ahead and get that green stuff off there and lay this over top, see what it looks like. Alright, so I went outside real quick. I took the wire wheel to this all here. Got a lot of the rust off, but now I'm left with the decision of, am I going to tear this off or not? And I think the answer is yes, I should, because I'm pretty sure once you tear this off, each one of these have like a little like perforation or like staple type grabber on this piece of metal here that if you then put the new one on, you should be able to like hammer it into place across here. So I think I am going to take this off, and it appears that's what I should be doing anyways, because they have this nice little lip throughout here that it should slide right underneath. So I think I'm going to go ahead and slide that underneath there. I think we have the hole right here to for the window crank already punched out, so I need to do that too. Just a bunch of little things, but I think that's going to be the first thing is I got to take off this old piece, and don't forget about this little piece of hardware here that holds it in. So let's go ahead and take this off and see if I can get the new one right here started. So all I can say is, wow, what a pain this is here, but I did get mine on, so I'll give you a couple tips and tricks on how to get it on. So if you tilt this like this and let all your fabric hang off, but leave this up to here, you can butt this side edge up to like a hard bench or something like that, and just take your hammer and line this up and just pound all the way down until you see the little dimples of the staples poke through that is a part of this metal panel here. So that was the easiest way I found to do it. It turned out really good. As you can see, it's holding on nice and tight and strong. So we're just going to lay that down here. And I think we can start to work on the actual fabric and getting that all installed here. So I think the first thing we'll want to do is start making sure everything lines up here. So this is looking good right here. Some of this fabric up on top here actually is extra. We'll get to take care of some of this, kind of just cut it off. Or I might actually let it hang over loose if it's not too hard to work with. Same thing with all the way down here. There's a lot of extra fabric. So on my existing ones I have, they don't have any of this foam padding extra all the way around here. They have it cut right up to the edge. I think that's what I'm going to do on this too. So I think I'm just going to leave a teeny bit extra all the way around, just so it has enough to fold over the lip. And I'll probably cut off the rest here. So I'll just go on a marker where we're going to cut this. So then I'm going to go ahead and spray both sides of the pieces, so that way I can stick the felt to it. Okay, so I'm just going to let it sit like that for about 10 minutes. Let these two tack up, and then we'll go ahead and mate them. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes here, and I think we can go ahead and just kind of flop this up here. I'm going to start at this point here because this has the most intricate lip here. Lay that on there. Hopefully it sticks a little better than it already is. Flop that down, pressing on it, and then now just kind of work it all the way across. Like that. We're going to flip this up here, lay this down. And then just kind of work this up. Try not to break off the piece of wood that you just got placed on here. Alright, so this is all stuck on there pretty well now. I'm liking it. So now what I'm going to do is going to go around and trim off all the extra. Alright, so that felt is all trimmed how I like it. I have just a little overlap all the way around. Actually help cushion the cornerings, especially around these sharp corners like this right here, so that way it won't poke through the vinyl if I pull a little too tight. So that should be good now. Next we have to start working on getting the vinyl to come up and over. So that's going to take gluing, spraying the glue all the way around here, all the way around everywhere, and getting that all set up. It takes about 10 minutes again to set up both sides of it. But I'm going to have to make some relief cuts everywhere. like here. That way I can flop it up. Figure out what we're doing down here. So again, I'm not a pro at this, so I'm just kind of trying to do it the best I can and figure out what works for it. So we'll go ahead and probably spray all of this, and then probably work on some of the easier parts. Probably have to cut some of the other pieces here and try to fit it all on here. So let's probably just start spraying this down. Actually, I might cut some. I don't know. I'm indecisive right now. I might cut it or I might spray it first, but we'll go from here. So this tacked up for about 10 minutes now. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can bring it on over and stretch it out to actually make it stick to here. So I got the heater here just in case I need to heat up this part right here to make it stretch even more. Not quite sure yet. We'll get to that point if we need to, but I have it going just in case. But I'm gonna start over here in this corner. Nice stretch on it. Over top. Feeling pretty good underneath there. That's a good start. So we're just going to keep on bringing this all the way throughout here. And the main concern is obviously right here. So I really like how all this turned out here. The next part we're going to start working on is over here. So we want to see how much extra we have all the way through here. Make sure that it's not just going to be bunched all up underneath here. Like I said, I'm going to probably trim off a lot of this after. But if we flop this over here, all the way down here, and then if we just going to cut that little spot right there. Let's see how far I have to bring this up. So if we flop this piece up like that, and that piece like that, we have more than enough through here to do that, but over here is where it starts getting a little too long. We need to trim off quite a bit. So I'll probably just take a little bit off all the way around, starting from here and all the way throughout here. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so I think we're ready to spray this now. Everything's cut out in a general. I'm just gonna spray to about right here, and I'm gonna probably just spray one side all the way up top here, so that way I can overlap and get a nice contact for when I know I'm going to have a little bit of overlap over here. So I'm just kind of preparing for that. So I'm going to do the top edge first and then spray all the way down here and see how that looks. Alright, now we're going to wait about 10 minutes for this glue to dry, and then we'll go ahead and tack them both together. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and heat up this area again. That way I can stretch it, and hopefully it all sets down pretty good. All right, I sprayed pretty excessive amount of glue on there. We're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes. Hopefully when we come back, we can stretch this one last time and call it good. All right, let's hope this is the last time. Alright, well that took about 2 hours to do because I was taking it nice and slow, but it turned out really, really, really nice. Just a little bit of dust on here and rust, but I'm really liking how it turned out. This is looking really good. This PUI kit was actually, for even a beginner like me, it's actually pretty easy to use. The heat actually helped a ton with stretching it, forming around here. Without it, I don't know if I could have actually got this without getting too many waves or anything like that in it, but I'm very, very satisfied for obviously a novice like me. There's only one more thing I have to do, and that's way over here. I just have to trim this up a little bit. I don't like how this is looking right at the very tip, but I'm going to copy what it looks like on the old one, but I'll do that off camera. Next, we're just going to go ahead and I got the other armrest to do. I got the other rear door panel to do. I'll do those off camera too. Obviously if you've seen one, you know how the other one's going to go. So hopefully that goes as well as this one, and we'll have all completed door panels after that. So I'll catch you after that. Now there was one last thing that we did need to do on this before it is complete. We needed to add the window felt back onto the panel. Now we were unable to use those staples that we had on there that we saved. So what we're going to be doing is using my step drill bit and rivets. So we're going to go ahead and drill a hole through the felt. There's a piece of metal that is next to the liner, and then we're going to drill through that and then drill a hole into the door card. Once those holes are in there, we're going to place our rivet in there and use our rivet gun and pop that through. It's going to really hold on there securely and going to feel really nice. So let's go ahead and finish this up. Alright, we went ahead and put all those in now. We have 5 rivets in each one. One here, 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 and here. The felt's okay. We're just going to go with it for now. It's only the interior felt and stuff like that, but it's good for now. It's good for the window sweep, and we can go ahead and move on to the next part. Alright guys, we now have all the interior door panels and pieces, except the headliner, good to go. These were already assembled from PUI. These are the part number that I'm displaying on the screen now. And then we completed the rest of the armrest. These are the front armrest, or the thing that hides the door handle too. I got those off eBay real cheap, I think like 50 bucks. Hopefully they hold up. If they don't, we'll figure out something, but look like pretty nice quality. And then these are the door panels, or the rear panels that go on the side and the back. And so we got all the interior now complete, and it can now go back here. But I think we're going to go ahead and save that for the next episode. So in the next episode, we'll go ahead and start by reinstalling the rear door cards and the armrest, and possibly move on to the front door cards and get those all complete and installed. But if you really like this video, make sure to click the like button, subscribe to my channel, also check out my other videos. But until next time, thanks for watching.